What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight! Alright, we're coming back to Lacuna Coil. Yes, indeed, Lacuna Coil fans, feeling you. Come on now. Here we go. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to doing all of the clicks and the likes and the bibbidi-bobbidi-bop, do me a favor before you do all that stuff. Please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from Animal Soul, and this request is going to require a little explanation. Animal Soul wanted to see me react to this. It is Lacuna Coil with a song called Tightrope, but we're going to be doing the studio recording and, in comparison, a live performance.
You gonna do what?
Now, have I heard this song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard the song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait a second, hang on, I recognize this song, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Okay, so there's a couple of reasons why we're doing this. Animal Soul asked me if we could do it, and I told him, well, we can, but we gotta make some arrangements. So we discussed it, and we came to an agreement, and we made this happen. So I'm not gonna say what happened or how we got there, but we got there. That's all that matters. The reason he wanted to do this, and I see the reasoning, I get it, but at the same time, I don't get it. He was really concerned because he said, listen, it doesn't matter which version I request, people are gonna complain. If I do the studio version, people are gonna complain I didn't do the live. And if I request the live, people are gonna complain that I didn't do the studio. So he asked me if he could do both, and I said, well, I mean, I understand your reasoning, I do. And I'm not saying that he didn't, his reasons for doing this are invalid in any way. Believe me, I get it. I deal with complaints like this every day. Here's the thing though. It's your request, man. I mean, if you want me to do the studio version, then do the studio version. Who cares what other people think? You know, who cares? Let them complain. Let them get on and let them make the request. I don't see any of those complainers ponying up and making a request, so let them complain. Who cares? Anyway, that's just my thought, but he really wanted to do this. So I said, listen, we can do it. We gotta do this, and he did, and so we're here. So we're gonna do both, and we're gonna compare both, and I guess we're gonna see which one I prefer, the studio or the live. I have a feeling I'm probably gonna like the live version more. I'm just gonna go on record right now and say it because I love live performances. Then again, there have been some live performances that have been absolute sewer water, and compared to the studio recording, it sounds like it just sounds absolutely horrible. So I don't know. We're gonna have to wait and see how this goes. Okay. These songs, let's see, the first one, the studio rendition was posted by Lacuna Coil, shocking, and it has 1.9 million views, it'll get you there. And then the live performance was posted by Metal Clips Legendado, and it has 4,400 views. That's not gonna get you there. Sorry. Now look, I'm sure the song's fine, I'm sure the video's fine. I'm just saying, 4,400 views, it's not gonna get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Lacuna Coil, Tightrope, XX. Oh, okay. Official video. Wah, wah, wah.
Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it!
Ah, yes, there's that word official coming off their official page. You know what I'm going to say, so I'm not going to say it. Let's just, hope for the best and wait and see what happens. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
Self-destruct sequence activated.
The chordal progression, I like it. I like the movement within the verse, with the intro and the verse as well. It's sharing the same movement. Root down to the 7, down to the 6, skipping the 5 and going to the 4, to the 3, to the root again. I like it. I like it. Because, and the reason I like it is because you're not going to the 5, which is the predictable thing to do. 8, 7, 6, 4. Where did 5 go? It kind of makes you, go, what? Wait, what was that? It definitely grabs your attention. And I like that. It's definitely an attention getter. Now, what's funny, vocally, there are things I'm liking, there are things I'm not liking. When the male vocal, the grit and growl vocal is by himself, I like that. When the female vocal is by herself, I like that. When they're together, I don't know. Maybe it's the mix. Maybe it's the tonality. I don't know. But when they're together, it feels a little awkward. It's like they're trying to mesh. It's okay. It's like when you're trying to make those two things intersect, right? You're trying to make this happen, right? I keep feeling like it's this or this, or this. It keeps trying, but it's just not locking in. You know what I mean? It's just not locking in super tight. I mean, they sound good. As individuals, they sound good when they're singing together, but they don't sound like they're blending together. I don't know. It's not bad. It's just not sitting well with me for some reason. And like I said, it could be something as simple as tonality. It could be that. It could be something as simple as something that's happening in the mix. Maybe it's the levels in the guitars that are kind of throwing me off a little bit. And maybe that's what's not making it mesh up. There's a lot of things that could be happening, but for some reason, when they're together, it's just not locking in for me. Separately, they sound fine. I got no issue with it. Let's keep going. Let's see how this goes. That was interesting. So what they did there was they created a bridge. They created a bridge after the second chorus was done, but here's what's interesting. They created this bridge, and now typically bridges stand apart. They don't borrow riffs from any other part of the song. Usually it's its own entity. They kept the riff the exact same as they had in the chorus. The root 6, 7, 4, 6, 7 root. It's the exact same as in this bridge that they created, but they use the exact same riff that they used in the chorus. It's a little strange, but it works. It does work. It's just a little strange because, like I said, usually bridges, they're their own thing. You know, they create their own riff that makes it stand apart from every other riff in the song. That's what kind of makes the bridge stand on its own. But that's not the case here. The only thing they changed the chorus were the vocals. That was it. So, different approach. It's not bad. It's different. It's interesting. Still, it felt good. It didn't feel disjointed. It felt like it belonged in the song. So, just a little different approach when it comes to the riff selection. That's all. Anyway, let's finish this up, and we'll move on to the next chapter. Coming out of that bridge, we had an outro. No returning to chorus, no third verse, no guitar solo, just bridge into outro. Okay, it's different. Definitely different. It's gonna be interesting seeing this done live. I don't know how this is gonna translate to live. I think this might be one of those rare instances where I prefer the studio version over the live version. I don't see the value of this song in a live setting. But then again, I haven't seen it yet and I haven't heard it yet, so I could be completely wrong about that. So let me get set up here for the second song, and I'll see you in just a little bit. All right, here we go. Part 2. Now we're going to see it live. Lacuna Coil, Tightrope, Legendado, live. Perfect. All right, let's see if I'm right or let's see if I'm wrong. I'm going to be honest with you, folks. I'm really hoping I'm wrong. I really am. I'm really hoping I'm completely wrong about this, and this does work in a live setting. But we're going to find out. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
This doesn't sound like the same song. The riff is completely different. We're not doing the descending, root to the 7 to the 6 to the 4 to the 3. We're not doing that. This sounds totally different than what I just heard. It says tightrope. I don't know. Maybe it's the video might be mistitled. It's not the same. So I don't know. Like asking me to compare apples to microphones. I mean, yeah, both songs are Lacuna Coil, clearly, but this is not the same song that I just heard. So one of these two songs is tightrope. One of them is. The other one, I don't know which. Now, here's the thing. The first one came off of the official page, and it says the official video. Coming off of the official page, I'm more inclined to believe that one to be the correct one. This did not come off the official page, and I'm going to be honest with you folks, I don't think this is titled right. I don't think this is the correct song. You tell me if I'm right or wrong about that, but the riff is all the riffs are completely different than what I heard in the studio recording. So this is not adding up. It's just not. This sounds like a completely different song. Similar in style, similar in feel, similar in tempo, similar in key signature, but the riffs are completely different. And the vocals are completely different. So I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you guys, but this is not the same song. Yeah, that riff was not in the first song. This is a completely different song. Yeah, this is, I don't know for certain. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm like 98% sure that this video has been mistitled. Like I said, the original that I heard came off of the official page, and usually when videos are posted on official pages for official band pages, they don't screw those up. They don't. So I have a feeling the studio version was correct, and this is mistitled. I don't know what song this was. No clue. Yeah, I can't really do a comparison. Seriously, it's like comparing, you know, oranges to shotguns. I mean, it's just not, there's no comparison. I'm sorry, there just isn't. So I don't know what to do here, folks. I don't know anything about this song. I don't even know the name of the song. So I guess this is going to kind of be a non-factor. I hate to say it, but I feel like this was kind of a waste because it's not, there's no comparison. None. So I don't know what to do here. I'm going to figure something out. All right, let me try to figure out what we're going to do here. But what am I going to do to salvage this mess? I don't know. All right, let me get my thoughts together. I'll see you in the review and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Lacuna Coil with Tightrope, a studio recording of Tightrope, and a live performance of I have no idea what, but I'm like 99% sure that was not Tightrope. I don't know what song that was. But in any case, this was a request from Animal Soul. He wanted to do both because he wanted to make the people happy. Well, I don't know how happy they're going to be about this because it's clearly not the same song. Look, here's the thing, and I'm going to defend Animal Soul here really quick. Here's the deal, folks. First of all, Animal Soul, never let anybody tell you, you know, what you can request and what you can't request. Don't even let me do that, okay? If you want to make the request, you can request whatever you want. It's your request, all right? So, yeah, I mean, obviously there's guidelines we have to follow within the channel, but look, in a situation like this, you even asked me, what should I do, the live version, the studio version? Honestly, it doesn't matter to me, dude. I mean, it's your request. So you want to do the live, do the live. If you want to do the studio, do the studio. I mean, whichever one makes you happy. Don't worry about everybody else. If they're going to be upset that you did the studio version instead of the live version, then let them be upset. It's your request. Dude, seriously, it's your request, man. Do what makes you happy. As far as everybody else goes, if it's really that important to them that I react to the live version, then let them step up, let them pony up, and let them make the request. Let them do it. You do what you want, man. Seriously. Don't worry about don't worry about the complainers. Let them complain. Look, they're going to complain regardless. There's going to be complainers, so it doesn't really matter, man. Ultimately, what matters is what makes you happy. I should listen to my own advice, I know. Anyway, so as far as this goes, he wanted to put one up against the other, studio versus live. I don't know how we got this. I mean, I don't blame him again. Look, the title very clearly stated Lacuna Coil Tightrope Live. It said that, right? So, you know, he grabbed the link and he said, listen, this is a live recording of Tightrope. What is it? It's not like he doesn't have a reason to not believe the poster. You know, the poster put it up with that title. So whose fault is it? The poster's fault. Clearly because he mislabeled the video. So again, do I blame Animal Soul for this? No, absolutely not. Listen, if I'm looking for a video of a live performance of a band doing a live performance of a certain song, I'm going to put that in the search bar and I'm going to get my results. Now, are those results accurate? I don't know. Only way to find out is to listen, obviously. So I don't blame Animal Soul for this, not at all. It's a simple mistake, and it's not even his fault. It's the poster's fault. So anyway, I'm going to be honest with you, folks. That second video, I hate to say this, but it really is kind of a non-factor because there's no comparison. There's nothing to compare it to. I don't even know what the name of the song is. So, the second song really is kind of a non-factor, and I'm going to leave it out of here. It doesn't really fall into thing here. It doesn't even fall into place. So, anyway, I'm going to focus completely on the song that I know is like, I'm like 99% sure that this is accurate, okay? The studio version. And the reason I'm saying that is because it's coming off of Lacuna Coil's official page, all right? And whenever you're dealing with an official page, they are like usually very precise and very accurate about titling their videos, because the last thing they want to do is have their fan base come back and slam them. You guys screwed up. You guys made the wrong title for that song. It's not that song, it's this song. They don't want to deal with that, so they're going to make sure that it's accurate, all right? So I have a feeling the first video is correct. So we're going to stick with that one. And if I'm not mistaken, Animal Soul actually wanted to do the studio version anyway, so originally that was his original plan, so we're going to stick with the studio, forget that other video. All right. Having said that, we are going back to the original scoring system, the 0.0 to 9.0 or 1 to 10, however you want to call it. I did warn you guys during the live stream that if we do go back to the old scoring system, one of the biggest complaints we had about the star system was too many songs and too many artists getting the same score. Too many 4 stars. Well, here's the thing. We had the same problem with the old scoring system. We did, because I'm going to be honest here, guys, I was being too nice. So I told everybody during the live stream, if we do end up going to the old scoring system, that's totally fine with me. I got no problem with that, but I'm going to have to get tougher. I'm gonna have to get a lot tougher and a lot more specific to try and avoid a lot of bands getting those same ratings and same scores. Too many 7.8s, too many 8.2s. I agree, and I absolutely see that problem. So I am gonna be tougher. So here we go. And I will explain, and that's another thing I gotta do. I gotta explain every single score I give now and translate it 3 different ways so that people can comprehend what I'm trying to convey. So, having said all of that, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm only doing the first one, remember. The second one is a non-factor. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give the studio recording, I'm going to give that a 6.4. Yep, 6.4. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Now, before people lose their minds, what is a 6.4? A 6.4 is pretty good. It's a pretty good score. It's not a bad score by any stretch. It's a pretty good rating. If you want to think about letter grades, a 6.4 would be approximately somewhere in the B minuses. It'd be the high B minuses, but it would be getting a B minus, okay? I don't know about you guys, but in grade school, if I got a B minus, I was pretty happy about that. So yeah, a B minus for that, absolutely. 6.4, pretty good. B minus, take it however you want. That's what it's getting. Hopefully everybody understands now where we're standing with this. It is a pretty good song. It's got some good things going for it. I like the riff. I like the fact that the riff kind of threw you for a loop a little bit. The root down to the minor 7, down to the minor 6, skipping the 5 completely and going down to the 4, to the minor 3, to the 1. I like that. It definitely grabs your attention. It definitely makes you go, what just happened there? Because with that dissension line, you're going from the 8 to the 7 to the 6. Well, what comes next? 5. That's what you're thinking is going to happen, right? Wrong. Wrong. It went right to the 4 and said, forget the 5.
5 is right out.
It was right out, all right. No, I liked that. It threw you for a loop. It got your attention. It still sounded good. It still fit. I mean, the progression still felt nice. It was a little jarring, yes, but jarring in a good way. Not in a way that made you go, ew. No, it didn't do that at all. It just made you go, what in the world just happened there? Oh, okay, I see what happened. We skipped the 5 and went directly to the 4. Oh, that makes perfect sense. It sounded really nice. I liked it. Vocally, here's pluses and minuses here. Like I said, I liked the vocals when they were separated. When you had the male vocal by himself with the grit and growl, it sounded really good. When you had the female vocal by herself, it also sounded really good. When you had them singing together, I don't know, man, for some reason, it didn't blend. It didn't didn't come together. It felt like they were mixing oil and vinegar to make a salad dressing with no binder. I mean, you'll stir and you'll stir and you'll mix and you'll mix, and for about, as soon as you stop mixing, for about 5 seconds, it's together, but then it immediately starts to separate. And that's exactly how I just kind of felt with this. There were moments where they kind of came together. I say kinda because not fully. It got to like here, not here. So it got to about here a couple times, but for the most part, it was here, or it was here, or it was here, or it was, here, or, it never really got here where it fully locked. You know what I mean? So I wasn't the biggest fan of when they were singing together. Luckily, they only did that on the 2 verses in the second half of the verse. Male Grit and Growl was by himself for the first half. They came together for the second half, and then she took the choruses. Okay, fine. I mean, it's a nice way of delegating. If only I don't know. I don't even know why it wasn't blending. Maybe it was the tone, or maybe it was the mix, or maybe it was something happening within the mix. That's very possible. I've heard band engineering wreck songs before. So this wouldn't be the first time. I don't know. I don't know what the reasoning is, but for some reason for me, it just didn't sound cohesive. It didn't sound like it blended. So I don't know. As far as the rest of the song goes, verse, chorus, bridge. Now, the bridge was interesting because the bridge is something that bridges don't normally do. Usually when, songwriters are writing a bridge, they'll come up with a completely separate riff. It'll be in the same key, but it'll modulate like up a third or down to the 5 or down to the 4 where it'll make its roots, you know what I mean? And that didn't happen here. And they didn't even change it. They did the exact same riff for the bridge that they did for the chorus. And I was listening to it going, that's interesting. It doesn't sound bad. It's not bad. It sounded fine. It was just different. It's not what I was accustomed to. It's still not what I'm accustomed to. But it sounded just fine, and it absolutely worked. What I really found interesting, though, was from bridge to outro. No solo section. No going back to another verse. No going back for another chorus. Just verse, chorus, bridge, outro. I had to really sit there and think on that for a little bit. I was like, I don't know how I feel about that. Part of me wants to say it's lazy songwriting. Then again, part of me says it's genius because to the best of my knowledge, I've never heard that before. That's the first time. It's different. It's unique. So I'm not exactly sure how I feel about that, other than the fact that it is different. It is definitely different. And it's absolutely valid because it does work. I'm not saying they did anything wrong. I'm just saying for me personally, I don't know how I felt about it. But it sounded good and it fit and it ended the song well. So can't really knock it. No, look, overall, it's a pretty good song. Overall, I think that has some really nice things going for it. Is it my favorite from Lacuna Coil? No, no. But it's not the least favorite I've heard from them either. Not that I can think of. Maybe. I don't know. Like I said, it has some nice things going for it, but I don't know if this is my least favorite or not. The jury is out on that one. Well, I'll have to think about that a little bit more. Listen to the 2 songs I'm thinking about together, back to back, and go, which one? So in any case, it's getting a pretty good score of 6.4. Okay, and like I said, 6.4, pretty good. It equates out to like a B-, high B-, but still a B-. So yeah, I got no issue with it. It's fine. So yeah, 6.4. I feel good with that score, and that's where we're gonna stay. Like I said, the second song, I have no idea what that was. I don't know, but I can guarantee you it was not Tightrope. The riffs completely different. The key was the same. The tempo was pretty close. I think it was pretty close to the same tempo, but completely different approach on the vocals, completely different chordal progressions. So there's no way that was the same song. So that second song is a complete non-factor. factor. And like I said earlier, I do not blame Animal Soul for that, okay? That's the poster's fault, not his. So, yeah, 6.4, I feel good with that score, and that's where we're gonna stay. So, 6.4, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's gonna do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hopefully I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, well then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for the night, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.